Greetings, community. We are
1, 2.
Comic Talk, and
Got comics again.
we have books and a half. So that is an eBay purchase. This I stumbled across, and that is our monthly pre-order. Pre-orders. Hi, everybody. Hope you're doing well, Las Cruces. Kai and I are finally getting into our books. He's been busy. I've been busy. We've both been busy. And, yeah. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to show you that one. I get the slit. So, regardless of how well the company did, put that up there. $50 up there. No? This is who I got it from.
Hey, Las Cruces. We got Last Ronin.
That's the issue number 5, and that is the cover B. So this is considered the RI. And we got 2. So this was an absolute. I have a cover A coming. That'll be in next month's pre-order. And went heavy on the first issue. Went heavy on the. Oh yeah, dude, move on. And went heavy on the last issue. And have the whole series now. And I'm totally stoked. So now we're going to get into our monthly pre-order. I think I have room for all this stuff. That's probably better. I just do this. Huh? That looks mucho better. And then, oh, sorry.
I'm going to start with Godzilla.
I'm a kaiju fan of old and of still. And this is a must. Whenever a Godzilla comes out, I got to get. And this is a Godzilla and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers crossover. Issue number 1. Cover A. I'm not going to go with all the RIs on this one. Just can't afford it. Usagi Yojimbo number 3 of the 6-issue miniseries. So this is Goat and Kid. And I'm digging the story. It tells all the old tales. So this is awesome. Spider-Man. Miles Morales. Well, this is the Carnage month. So they did all these Carnage crossovers. So this is issue number 36 with the Carnage variant. And then that's the regular cover, right? And big things are going to be happening in the horizon with Miles.
Dark Ages.
That's issue number 6. That finishes it out. I really like how this story told out. You know, what if type scenario if all the power went out. And yeah, it was pretty cool. I can't wait to finish this out. Strange. Issue number 2. Issue number 1 was a lot of fun. It was a good setup, and I'm looking forward to see how this whole miniseries plays out. Venom 7. That sounded neat. And this is a killer variant. This is that Spider-Man Carnage variant. Venom, Spider-Man Carnage type. And yeah, issue number 7. I've yet to get into it. So I'm curious to see what happens to this cover A, right? Yep. I think got a couple in there. Cool thing is Kai and I repositioned the camera, so we're thinking that we get better clarity. If you think so, just throw a thumbs up, and we'll keep this type of setup. Yeah, Spider-Man 2, Riley. This has been a pretty fun read. You know what I mean? It's depending on who writes Spider-Man and depending on the story they want to write for him, really dictates what this, what happens. And this has been cool.
More Ben Reilly.
Yeah, I went all A's on this, but that was issue number 2. This is issue number 3. So as I made mention, we do monthly, so not always are we, caught up. Yeah, refrigerated full heads. Is this 5 or 6?
6.
6. This finishes it out. And this hasn't had the same, how should I say, gravity, the same hardcore grit as the first volume did, but it does carry true to the first volume, and it does have a lot of fun. And I've been really digging this story, so I'm glad to finally finish it out with issue number 6 here.
Also got Robin 6 of 6.
That also finishes it out, as he made mention. So I'm looking forward to finishing this out, and it's been a pretty fun read. It's been all right. I've been digging it.
Philadelphia.
Now I went 3 issues on this one, so this is issue number 21. And when I mean 3 issues, 3 covers, we're going to show you one of the covers, and then very deep down in there is the other 2.
Got canceled.
This is a really cool story about a host that gets canceled and is replaced by a clown. And you see some pretty gnarly ramifications that happen after. And then once that happens, it carries on almost like a folklore of, oh, I've heard this story told before. I've heard it told this way. And it all remains in the same vein of what transpired in the main story. So I think it's kind of cool. It's pretty neat.
Nice house on the lake.
Which, Tynion has been yet to really miss on any of his stories, and this has been, in my opinion, one of his beauts. So I've been really enthralled with the story, and he's really hook, line, and sinkered me with this one. So I'm glad to know that we're, at this point 2/3 the way, because there's a lot of questions I want answered, and I think we're getting to that now. So see how we get there.
Gwenverse.
This hasn't been a whole serious type book. I mean, it's been fun, and it's been relatively lighthearted. Whenever you talk about Spider-Gwen, it tends to be that way. So I'm looking forward to getting into issue 2 and see what it's like. It's a nice breakaway from some of the hardcore stuff I read.
Got a nice Carnage Forever variant.
Got a few of these. I'm a huge fan of John Boy Myers, and I know I end up getting like an order from at a place I did a signing event, and I end up getting some more of these. So whenever I see them, kind of just grab them. I dig it. So that's issue 5.
You got
3 of the cover A's.
You can slip that on.
And then I went a little heavy. I've been going really heavy on this Hulk stuff. It's been a good read. It's been I personally have been enjoying it. I don't know if it's for everybody, but I like it. Again, with that whole Spider-Man crossover-y, Carnage thing and all that stuff. So I really love this cover. Yeah. So I think I have a totality of around, I don't know, 6 or 7 of these things now. Spoiler. That's what this cover is considered, the spoiler cover. Hey, and there might even be another one in there. Like I said, I've been going heavy on this Hulk stuff. And I'm not certain that this was the desired cover. I know the spoiler was. But yeah. It's been cool. I've been dying to get into. This is yeah. Hey, now there's a David Boer adaptation to the original storyline, and I'm really liking this issue miniseries of this story. I don't know if I would have liked it as just a novel, but as a broken down miniseries, I'm digging it. This is really a really good tugging on the heartstring story. Yeah. Now, what cover are those? Okay, so
I got the Galactus one, and you have a Carnage one. Carnage Forever.
I ended up getting a few of these actually. What I didn't receive that I ended up buying yesterday was
there's Thanos in this. Didn't see that. And then
Segovia?
Nova, right?
That's from what's
Guardians
it?
of
Yeah.
Galaxy,
Yeah, I really like this. Like I said, I got a few of those.
Oh, well, I guess.
Yeah. Seven Secrets has been a fun story, and it's literally that. It's a story of basically two factions, two groups. One's trying to liberate the Seven Secrets and in a sense of basically unveiling them to the world, and the other one is trying to keep them from destroying the world. So that is the story in a nutshell. I've been having a lot of fun. I can't believe how heavy I went on Red Room issue number 2. I only have one cover of issue number 1. And I have like 7 covers of issue number 2.
What the hell?
But you gotta admit, these covers are cool.
They are cool.
The storyline in issue number 2, to me, is a lot better than even issue number 1. So,
Hour of the Dragon.
this is going to be the longest running issue of series of the miniseries that have been coming out for Sumerian. And I've been digging it. There's not one of these Sumerian tales that I've disliked. And I'm looking forward to not only getting into this issue, but completing the whole series, knowing that I not only have the original run of the original telling from Robert E. Lee Howard's original writing, because that's in the back of these books, but you also get the adaptations. So and that comes with all these, beautiful art and it's different flavoring of storytelling and interpretation, which I've been enjoying thoroughly.
Monkey Prince.
Yeah, this has been an awesome story, and Bernard, you've been doing a great job on this thing. So between the artwork that's really reflecting this refreshing approach to a DC book to me, but it's also something that's been told in a really cool way by Yang. So I'm digging this overall because it's a nice change of what I normally get from DC.
Noctera.
Yeah, this is I've been piping about Noctera for a while. This is like one of my favorite stories that I've been reading. So for a world plunged in darkness, here's a ferryman that takes people from place to place that are just havens from the creatures that have now taken over the planet. It's a pretty cool story.
What if Miles Morales became Wolverine?
Yeah. I wasn't really all that enthralled with issue number 1 and issue number 2. I have a little more hopes. So we'll see what happens, We'll see. Yeah, I can't get enough of this book. Dan, you've outdone yourself on the beginning of this, and I'm really looking forward to see what happens down the road. This is my only issue of a Frozen cover, so I'm really digging that. And I'm going to see Dan at, I believe, Golden Apple in a couple of weeks, so I'm looking forward to getting all these things signed.
Evil Ernie.
I was a Evil Ernie fan of old. And I'm even more so of an Evil fan of new. So, yeah, this has been an outrageous story, an outrageous tale.
Follow Me Into the Darkness.
Which is a volume 2 of a storyline that I thoroughly enjoyed the first time around. And it's really picked up in its own styling in this volume 2 of where volume 1 left off. This is a standalone story. So you don't necessarily have to have a historic understanding of what transpired in the first issue or the first volume. However, it does carry true in the same vein, in the same flavor, and it does carry on a storyline of the first volume. So, yeah, I recommend this one, or I recommend the first volume. And look at that art; it's just wild.
Third Wave.
Now, this is a story based off, I guess, something that truly happened. I'm sure it's loosely told, but I'm looking forward to getting into this, and I believe this happened not too far from where we live. So, yeah, interested to see.
Firepower.
This is another story of basically two factions, one trying to unleash a dragon and another one trying to make sure that dragon doesn't come out and destroy the world. That's kind of the story in a nutshell. Very, very, very quick and summarized. All right, that's you. I have now 4 issues of this copy, and I have one of the original, and I've now read it twice. So I'm digging it. And there's that fourth one. So yeah, I'm totally. And then this is another facsimile. Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man. I couldn't afford the original. I'm sure if I did just recently see that this thing's going for like, I think it's like $200. I can probably get a decent copy, but yeah, that was a lot cheaper. Storyteller Jim Henson. We from the day one that we've been introduced to this storyline, we've been getting it, and I've been loving this story. This has actually been very good stories. And again, this is another one of those things that I like to read to break away from some of the hardcore stuff that I read, and it's a nice change up from the normal stories that I normally take flavor in. Ready? All right, now the cover that Kai's holding in his hand, that's pretty badass. Now after this, I think I stopped. I'm just not really feeling the She-Hulk thing. I don't know about you. I don't know if you're a big fan of She-Hulk, but
Step by Bloody Step.
This is awesome. A story told exclusively by pictures is that first issue ripped my heart out, and I know it's just going to get deeper and deeper claws into the depths of my cardial. So I really look forward to really allowing each picture to really sink in. As I was flipping through the first one, I'm like, what am I doing? You know what I mean? So I went back over it like 2 or 3 times to really immerse myself in the pictures. So that's my recommendation is if you get in this book, being that there is no writing, allow yourself to be immersed into the pictures because it really tells a deep story. So that's Step by Bloody Step. It's only a 4-issue mini.
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel's Captain Marvel. It's if you're into it, you're digging it. If you're not, you're just not. But I mean, after 37 issues, I'm pretty well invested, and I've been liking it. It's cool. I had to get the Gwen cover. It's pretty cool. I like that split look.
Spider-Woman.
It's another female-led character that I've been reading for a while, and I have 2 issues of the original story that she did in her original run. No, I don't have a Marvel Spotlight 32, but not yet. Yeah, Ghost Rider is another one that I'm a huge fan of. This is a really cool story, and I've been digging this run of it. So as long as it keeps up with this styling, Percy, don't stop because I'm digging it. And look at the art that's inside is really cool. It really is. It's a mixture of both some dark and some vibrance all in there, and I'm digging that. Yeah, it's another one that I'm digging, that Carnage style crossover. But check this out, man. Silk is silk. It's nothing too heavy. I always enjoyed it. This is probably one of the darkest stories I've read from her, and I'm liking this whole witch story tale. Trying to capture essence and all that, life force and stuff. I'm liking it. It puts Moon into a little more gravity of a character. Philadelphia. All right, now he's gonna have 2 of these. So this is my favorite of all 3 issues. I mean, of all 3 covers. I keep doing that. And I'm digging this story. If you're reading it, you've probably been reading it from day one. And it just keeps getting broader and broader, and both in the scale, depth, and world building of this story. And I'm loving it. Keep it up, Ronnie.
Lethal Protector.
Of the 2 covers that we had purchased, this one I have is my favorite. However, there's a lot to be said about the cover that Kai's holding in his hand right now. I'm really digging this cover too. It's I think it pays homage to the original cover of the original Lethal Protector, and I'm looking forward to getting in this. All the original kind of guys that originally told the original Lethal Protector story are kind of formulated for this one.
Robin 12.
Yeah. I've been in, I've been out, and I'm kind of back in on this story, and we'll see where it goes. I know by 14 I started really backing off, and I think that's where they're at now. So we'll see. But after 11, I was really digging it. Again, Yeah, this is another story I've been reading since day one. And
Department of Truth.
It's been really heavy, and it's another one of those tiniest stories. And it went beyond like a conspiracy theory type story. It's really a whole lot more now.
Yuki versus Panda.
Yeah, it's a beautiful blend of anime and manga and all that wrapped into one in an American version told tale, and I'm digging it. This is so fun. Yeah, there we go. Demon Days. So this is pretty much wrapping it up on this. However, the popularity due to Peach Momoko's interpretation of these characters and told in a neat little Japanese folklore style has been so done so well. Anyways, that it's gonna be a whole new miniseries thing. I think I haven't heard when they're gonna stop it, but I heard there's at least 3 more issues that are coming out when it originally was supposed to stop here. So I'm looking forward to those. And that's pretty much it, right?
Think so.
I think we do.
Other than waiting on that Demon Days thing.
What's that?
You're talking about the miniseries.
Oh, well, a new series that's going to be releasing in July, I think, is when it comes out. I have to really look at the new solicitations. And if you haven't already checked out Kai's unboxing for his figure, we invite you to go back, check out our last video. And that was all of our books.
Yeah,
that went rather quick.
It did. I think that's us from 1-2
Comic Talk.
We'll catch you guys later.
We appreciate everyone hanging out with us. Take care.